Our good friend Linda De La Garza is always sharing beautiful arrangements and DIY projects with us. She has a great eye for home decor, and she also has one of the most beautiful gardens I have ever seen. So this morning she is joining us from her home to share some tips on how to keep your garden green. Hi Linda, how are you?
Hi Shelly, doing great. Excited about teaching you about planting a garden.
I am excited
a great garden that's
too.
To be successful for you.
So the first time I ever saw your garden, I was blown away. It's absolutely beautiful. It's like finding a secret spot somewhere. I know you work very, very hard on your garden. When did you start working in the garden?
I love working in the garden. I have to be around anything green. I know people say, well, I don't know where. You know, we always look at the 3 W's, where, what, when. Where do I plant? And you're thinking, well, Linda, I don't have a huge yard. No space, no problem. You should start small. Start in like terracotta pots. I do a lot of really fun terracotta pots, or even if I pick up things at a vintage store or thrift store. And this pot came from, I think it's an old coffee pot from the Fremont Hotel that I picked up at a garage sale. So life is too short to be boring. So get really creative with your pots. We have clay pots, we have copper pots with the elements. They turn turquoise and kind of a really fun color. So don't be boring with your pots. Get anything, start small. And even if you're in an apartment, start with a patio. You can start with herbs, something super simple.
Is there a specific time that's good for planting, or is planting like a year-round thing?
So know when to plant. You need to know your climate, your time zone, because we have a different climate than somebody on the East Coast. So you can even Google that, your USDA zone, your plant zone. That way you know where to plant and when to plant, because you want to know if it's too cold or too warm. So that's a super easy thing to find. You can Google that online. So when to plant, know your plant zone.
I know that you like to start with herbs. So like if you're a first-time gardener, maybe herbs is the right place, right?
Yes. Now it could be a little bit overwhelming. You're asking yourself, what do I plant? Well, start with something that you love, that you're actually going to eat. So you can start with seeds or starter plants. The thing I love about seeds, when you plant seeds, is there's no chemical, it's organic, there's no pesticides. So I love starting with seeds. But starter plants are wonderful, great way to start. And what I do when I do my herbs, I group them together. What I love Italian, I love salsa, I love tea. So when I group things together, you'll see my basil is next to my parsley and my oregano. So like when I'm craving spaghetti, I know exactly where to go. If it's taco night, I'm going to the area where I planted my cilantro, my green onion, and my serrano peppers. And I also love tea. So I group those together. So I'll group lavender, stevia, which is amazing. It's a natural sweetener. And then I love lemon thyme. So anything that I want to infuse my tea with, I plant. So plant what you love and what you're going to eat. There's nothing more satisfying than going to your garden, to your table, and you're serving it. And it really is serving the fruit of your labor.
That is such a great tip. I love that. And we have time for one final tip. I know the soil that you use is really important when you're planting, right?
Yes. So know your soil, because if you're planting tomatoes, they want a lot of nitrogen. So tomatoes, you need to know a good soil. You don't want your soil to be clumpy. Your garden center can help you with that. I love a nice soil. Anything that you're gonna plant, you want that to be nice and soft. You want to make sure that you've got all the nutrients for your vegetables. And then when you plant your vegetables, you want to make sure that it's getting full sun, the right kind of sun, 8 to 11 hours. And the soil just really just loves that. And your plants start to grow even better. So start always with good soil. If you have a compost, that's awesome. We do a compost, and you got to know kind of what to put in your compost. We have we do eggshells. Eggshells carry a lot of calcium for your plants. We do plant clippings that have a lot of nitrogen for your plants. So that really helps them grow and get really hardy and healthy.
Well, Linda, thank you so much for these great tips. I'm sure after all this rain, everyone's garden is going to explode. Always good to see you. I'm going to give the viewers your information if you'd like to connect with Linda. She's got some great ideas online. You can find her on YouTube and on Instagram at Prop My Life.